What's up, guys? Welcome once again to Nana Kofi's Laboratory, and my name is Nana Kofi. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to treat coccidiosis, and we're also going to look at the causes of coccidiosis and the solutions to coccidiosis. So if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button for any other video we post on YouTube. So let's move on and dig into what coccidiosis is. So when we talk about coccidiosis is a parasite infection caused by protozoa of the genus Coccidia. These microscopic organisms primarily affect the intestines of animals, including livestock and poultry, leading to various digestive issues. Yes, so this is what we call coccidiosis. So let's look at the causes of coccidiosis. Let's look at some of the causes of coccidiosis. One is contaminated environment. So in your farm, when your farm is contaminated, your environment is not conducive. It's very dirty, not clean. You don't do proper management. It can cause coccidiosis. Your animals may be affected by what we call coccidiosis. So coccidia thrive in unclean environment conditions. So when in your farm you don't do cleanup, you don't do any management in your farm may experience coccidiosis. And it also says spreading through fecal oral transmission. So it's able to spread. Yes, it may be able to spread from one rabbit to the other. You'll be in your farm, you'll be like, why is my farm experiencing this kind of infections? Why is it spreading throughout all the animals? Yes, it's because your farm is contaminated. The environment is not cleaned. It's not conducive for the animals to live in. So that's why we always advise that there should be always a daily cleanup. At least 2 days time, every 2 days you have to clean up. If you are not going to be able to clean up every day, at least 2 days you have to do cleanup. Yes, so that's it. Let's look at point 2. Poor sanitation practices. Yes, poor sanitation practices is also a cause of coccidiosis. So inadequate hygiene, such as improper waste disposal. So when you go to some farms, there was one farm I visited. They don't have a place they do their disposal of the manure. They don't sell the manure, they don't sell the urine, but they easily throw their waste product anywhere. And I asked the farmer, why don't you have a place where you dispose these particular manures? And he said he does not have a place for, but this is the place he kept it, and it's very close to the farm, which is very bad. Yes, so improper sanitation practice is also a cause. It says inadequate hygiene, such as improper waste disposal, contributes to the proliferation of coccidia. Young animals in your farm can be affected easily. Yes, so improper sanitation also a cause. Let's look at this point also. High stock density, where the animals are overcrowded, it also can cause coccidiosis. So if one is infected, it easily spread to the other. So when your farm, you have overcrowded rabbits, where you have, in let's say 2 feet by 2 feet cage, where you keep about 10 or 6 or 5 in a cage, is very bad. So high stock density is also a cause of coccidiosis. It says overcrowded conditions facilitate the rapid transmission of coccidia among animals. So when they are crowded like that, yes, when they are crowded, it is able to spread very easily, because when one is infected, it needs to be treated, and if you don't see it very early, and also when they are overcrowded, how can you tell that this particular animal is affected by coccidiosis, or what we call coccidia? You will not know. So that's why it's always advisable that 1 is to 1 cage. If only they are not bunnies, 1 is to 1 cage. Yes, so let's move on to the next point. inadequate nutrition, where their feed does not contain more nutrition, it also leads to coccidiosis. Where you give them poor diet, there's no management in your feeding. Here it's also going to lead to coccidiosis. Poor diet weakens the overall health of animals, making them more susceptible to coccidiosis. Yes, so when there is no adequate nutrition, it also leads to coccidiosis. So these are the causes of coccidiosis. So now let's look at the effect of coccidiosis. We've talked about the causes already, so let's move on to what we call the effect of coccidiosis. When the animals are attacked by coccidiosis, the effects that comes with coccidiosis. One, they are going to get what we call diarrhea, where the animal when it stews, it begins to stew watery. When it begins to stew watery substances, so it's going to be affected by what we call diarrhea. So the infections damages the intestinal lining, leading to frequent and often bloody diarrhea. Yes, so it may lead to diarrhea. When your animal is affected by what we call coccidiosis, it may lead to diarrhea. Yes, let's look at another point. It may also lead to loss of weight. Yes, as you know, when they continue to stew for some time and they are not treated, you know they are going to lose weight. If first they were weighing about 2.2 kilograms, you know their weight is going to drop. Maybe it may move to somewhere like 2 kilograms or maybe less than 2. Yes, so it may lead to loss of weight. It says reduce nutrients absorption and increased energy expenditure result in weight loss. So when there is no enough nutrition in their food or in their diet, and they are infected by this particular disease or infection, they are going to lose weight. Another point is reduce growth rate. Yes, when they are infected by coccidiosis, also reduce their growth rate. You see that it's going to decrease their growth rate. It's going to reduce. Infected animals may exhibit stunted growth due to the impact on nutrition absorption. Yes, so when they are infected, it may also lead to what we call may lead to their growth being decreased. Yes, their growth is going to be decreased. It's also going to increase the mortality rate. Where in your farm, always you'll be counting animals that are dying. In a month, you see that you have like about 5 or 6 or more than the numbers I've mentioned dying in your farm. So it's going to increase mortality rate in your farm. Yes, because when coccidiosis is not treated, coccidiosis kills a lot. It kills a lot. That's why it's always best you treat your animals coccidiosis whenever you see it in your farm. Or best, prevention is better than cure. You prevent it in let's say every month or 2 months. You make sure you treat coccidiosis. But it's always best at least every month you treat coccidiosis to safeguard your farm. Another point is there's going to be dehydration. Persistent diarrhea causes fluid loss, leading to dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. And when they get this kind of coccidiosis, as you know, they'll be stooling. When they symptom is diarrhea, so when they get this coccidiosis, they'll be stooling, and it will lead to what we call dehydration, where the moisture content or water content in them will be reduced. It will lead to dehydration. So let's look at the treatment of coccidiosis. Treatment of coccidiosis involves administering coccidiostat. It's a kind of a drug which we use in treating coccidiosis. We also have what we call the sulfonal. It can be used for treating coccidiosis. There are different kinds of drugs by which you can use to treat coccidiosis. So I have with me here what we call the sulfuridine. Sulfuridine. You can use sulfuridine in treating coccidiosis. So you fetch one teaspoon of this particular drug, then you pour it in 2 gallons of water. Yes, so you add it to 2 gallons of water, then you give it to your animals. Yes, you give it to them to drink. Yes, so those who are infected, you fetch an amount of it, then you give it to them to drink. And I give you, you are going to treat it for 3 days, and by the 3rd day you will not see it again in your farm until you see another animal that is affected. Then you treat it with the same dose. So that's how we treat what we call coccidiosis. So if you are new, please do well to subscribe, hit the notification bar, share it to other farmers, and hit the notification button for any new video we drop. As I always say, peace out.